Yeah, Rajesh, thank you very much for those kind words of introduction. And yes, I don't feel old yet. I remember speaking at Rajesh's wedding once upon a time, and his daughter is now married, and a doctor, I believe. So you can guess a lot from there. The president of Asia Pacific Applied Economics Association, Professor Paresh Narayan, President FICA Rajeshwar Singh, distinguished guests. I will not attempt to mention any names due to the fear of missing out on so many very important people. Invited dignitaries, eminent panelists, ladies and gentlemen. I wish to begin by acknowledging the strategic partnership between the Fiji Institute of Chartered Accountants and the Asia Pacific Applied Economics Association that has culminated into this highly important and the inaugural International Conference on Climate Accounting. I must also put on record the Fijian government's appreciation to Professor Narayan and his organization for coming along and working together with us in addressing this most challenging issue of the current time. And especially being a son of Fiji and coming all the way here and assisting us. Thank you, sir. I also want to acknowledge the pioneering work that Professor Narayan is engaged in with several institutions in the Asia Pacific region and here at home, including the Reserve Bank of Fiji, the Fijian Competition and Consumer Commission of Fiji, the Fiji Higher Education Commission, the Consumer Council of Fiji, the Tertiary Scholarships and Loans Scheme, and of course, FICA. Now, these works are transforming policy research, and impact. I wish to record my thanks to FICA and APAEA presidents, Mr. Rajeshwar Singh and Professor Paresh Narayan, for inviting me as your chief guest here today. Honestly, I feel out of depth when I address such learned people like you, coming from an ordinary background. And I'm indeed privileged to be here to witness the start of the FICA-APAEA collaboration, which I predict will reach new heights in bringing climate accounting to a regional and global attention. It is no secret that climate change is one of the main global challenges facing households and businesses, having profound impact on employment and productivity prospects, which all are important ingredients for economic and social growth and progress. Your gathering here today is at the time when the world is undergoing profound transformation towards a more sustainable and climate-resilient future. Governments, businesses, civil society, and development partners are recognizing the need for action and are taking significant steps to mitigate and adapt to challenges posed by climate change. We need to continue to be innovative on how we deal with climate change, and this FICA APAEA conference takes a step in that direction. At the forefront of the fight and survival from climate change is the accounting of the impact on both the financial and economic systems or ecosystems. Climate accounting cannot be ignored, ladies and gentlemen. It is not a trivial aspect of climate change. Climate accounting is part of business and policy toolkit to measure and monitor progress towards reducing greenhouse gas emissions, achieving energy efficiency, and transitioning to cleaner and more sustainable practices. The climate accounting tools will enable policymakers and businesses to identify and set targets, monitor performance, and be accountable for commitments regarding compliance to climate change. But climate accounting is not a technical exercise. As much as it is about data, it is also about consumers and their welfare. It is about their productivity and employment prospects. The transition to lower carbon economy can create new opportunities for employment and stimulate economic growth. Investments in renewable energy, energy-efficient technologies, and sustainable agriculture not only reduce emissions, but also generate jobs and boost productivity. It follows that businesses are unable to measure, report, and verify climate change, that is, if they ignore climate accounting, this will hurt businesses, leading to job losses and decrease in productivity. I see 4 very important panel themes in today's conference, including collaboration and stakeholder engagement, and measuring, reporting, verification, and assurance issues, and the role of technology and the innovation. Now, these sub-themes have implications for productivity and employment prospects. Therefore, as you embark on your thematic panel discussions, I am sure you will keep in mind productivity and employment issues. We need policies and strategic plans that focus on well-being of workers and communities affected by these changes. B, provide options for the framework of reskilling and retraining those transitioning between different types of jobs. And C, support small businesses. I believe that climate accounting has the potential to predict the areas where policy action is most needed and where the potential for job creation and productivity gains are optimal. I am optimistic your conference today will shed light on this and associated issues. I therefore believe your first panel discussion on transitional standards and frameworks for climate accounting is important in this regard. To conclude, I would like to congratulate both FICA and APAEA for their strategic partnership that has culminated into this climate accounting conference. I know that such a conference on the theme of climate accounting is happening for the first time. I would like to express my gratitude to all of you for your dedication and commitment and your participation. Let us work collaboratively to ensure that our climate accounting efforts benefit people, communities, and the planet. Thank you again for inviting me, and I wish you all a very productive and impactful conference that sets the agenda for future policy work. I'll be most grateful, sirs, to receive an outcome, document, or action plan. And if we as government can assist in any way, we'll be most happy to work with you. Of course, just yesterday, Professor Narayan has signed a MOA with our Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance to assist us with the challenge of climate change. And thank you very much for that, Professor. Our Prime Minister, as I speak, is at the UN, and he has been raising the issue of climate change on behalf of the small island states. And he is also going to lead our team to COP28. And we will leave no stone unturned, ladies and gentlemen, to ensure that those who cause the problem are also going to be part of the solution. That's something that we all need to campaign for very, very strongly. With these few words, once again, thank you very much for the invitation, and I wish you meaningful deliberations. Thank you. Vinaka Vakalil.